Hey guys, Sparky here. I realized that I forgot to read the bio for Reaction Island, so I'm going to do that real quick before I get started. Once upon a time, there were 5 islands created to house new friends. The sound of all 5 islands in harmony caused 2 new islands to emerge from the living ocean. One of these islands was Reaction Island. This island's gold exterior is welcoming to all monsters of the artificial magical class. Looking back, that was very misleading and untrue. Because it's not all of the artificial magicals. It's just the one from the main 5 islands. Um, all magicals or all artificial magicals dream of getting here someday. Surprise a monster with a path to get here, and you'll see quite a happy reaction. So my apologies for forgetting to read that in the previous video, but uh, we'll get started here now on the Unnatural Island right after my intro. Okay, once again, hello, I am Sparky. Oops, let me turn that back off. I'm currently just pulling up some final things from the, from my fan kit, and here, okay, we should be good. Let me display capture. Okay, cool. Here we are. So this is the design for Unnatural Island, and Unnatural Island, by the way, is like essentially the ethereal island, uh, but it instead is where, oh, you can see right here, forgot to color some of the outline from Reaction Island. But anyway, this island here is uh, it's essentially the continent slash um ethereal island. It's all 5 elements from the artificial magicals, um, but they can be bred together to make double elements. Also, dipsters are on this island because they're on ethereal island, so they kind of have to be. um, but the monsters on this island are, of course, Saliva and what else? Saliva has Spirit, Monstator, Cake, and what's the other one? Uh, Tubza. Tu- yeah, Tubza. That sounds right. I know the minimum monster, and they are the single elements. If you want to see them, you can look at the previous one because it showed them. But you can also look at the islands that correspond with those elements. Saliva for slime, has spirit, bright, tech, monster tour, and so on. Cake, sweet, tubes of health. Yeah. Um. So we're going to start with, well, there really is only the single elements, so we're going to go through all of these single elements. So first off, we have saplinks, and they are slime and bright. Um, so what I think I was trying to go for was that their eyes are slightly glowing, but I don't think I pulled it off very well. Um, and if you don't know, their concept, I believe I said this in the Slime Island one, this was the concept that I used, that this was the original concept for, um, what's their name? This was the concept for Creakin'. And I was like, I like this so much that I absolutely have, like, I have to use it. Um, except I couldn't use a music box anymore, so I was like, you know what, use something similar. Um, and there still is one more concept for these two little creatures that end up being saplings and creaking. Um, but they're not used anywhere. Uh, I liked this design so much that I just couldn't bear to scrap it. So of course here it is. Um, it seems like saplings may have a a bio. However, I am unsure. I have to check. Um, Here I need to find the sounds video. Okay. So yeah, it doesn't look like the monsters have bios, but the island itself does. So before, we'll do that last. Okay. All right. So there's a special thing about the tech and slime monster, and that is that it was the final artificial magical to be designed because it was actually for a contest because I made a little mistake and completely forgot about the slime and tech combo. So I had a contest for the design for the monster, and it was won by Sci-Fi 663. Um, and I absolutely love this design. Um, I'm I'm very happy that this monster exists. It's really cool. I love it really. Um, that's why it looks like it's my new style. When this was the island actually that I switched from my old style into my new one, and you can see it with some of these monsters. I don't think they were designed in order, but you can see some of these monsters are um like they match my newer style, while some of them still match the older style I used to have. Um, but yeah, as I said, Sci-Fi one with their monster Quaxit, and they make I don't even know how to describe the sound they make. I believe it's just plucked strings, I think? Yeah, I forgot the word pluck. Um, Next up is Slime and Sweet, and this was actually one of the first monsters that was imagined for this series. So next to Salimva, for Slime Island, I figured, oh, we're just gonna do like the natural islands, but replace each element with their corresponding artificial magical. So like, uh, I know I wanted Slime and Sweet to be like a pudding monster, and it was like a percussionist. It would hit its like bowl, which is exactly what happens. And I figured out this nice little beat with Salimva mixed with this. Salimva would be exactly what it is on this island, and I figured out they're both part of the same drum kit, uh, Pudrum and Salimva. I was like, you know what? These sounds good together. These will be two monsters for the island, and I started designing a song. It's long gone by now. I don't even remember anything about it. I could not recreate it for the life of me. But I guess technically the original Slime Island ended up becoming Unnatural Island just because of these two monsters. Um, and they sound exactly how they did back then. So there's a little fun fact about the very first iteration of Slime Island and about how this monster was one of the originals. Um, pretty simple here. The design's pudding because, well, slime and sweet kind of make it just fit to me to make them be pudding. All right, next up is sick, which is slime and health. So I figured runny nose would fit. Um, I really like this part here, and I like the antler. I like having like a deer monster. I think that's really fun. I would like to do that again. Um, I really like this monster because of that. Now I'm looking at this and trying to figure out where this is used. I'm not seeing it. I see this is the tail. This is the, like, both of the arms. There's the runny nose, the horn, or like the antler and the horn. Oh my gosh, the antler and the horn. The eye, the thermometer. Oh, this is the neck. Okay, I was very confused. I was like, where is this used? Anyway, so sick, they just have a runny nose. And thermometer to show, oh, they're sick. Pretty simple. This is the slime and health monster. As I said, they make a synth, which is why the name is sick. It's SY as in synth, CK as in sick. Alright, then we're on to bright and what is it? Bright and tech, I believe? Let me check. 7C. 7C tech, yes. Okay. So this is bright and tech, and each time they close their eyes, it makes a loud, like, tom sound, basically. I really like this monster's design. This was the first monster that I got into my Singing Monsters style with. So this monster has a special place in my heart. I This looks nothing like their concept art, but I really like what I did with the strands of fur on top. I like the mouth. I just overall really like this monster. There are certain things I would change about it. Um, pretty simple here. Tritom. Try because 3 eyes. Triangle. Like boop boop. Mixed triangle shape if you go from eye to eye. Tom because they play the tom drum. Pretty simple. Um, Alright, Sweet Tooth. I absolutely adore this monster, and I think this really fits more like a baby design. Um, and this was made by Grumpy Grumpire, who actually it was the first person I ever collabed with, I believe. They went from like Clamble Fan to Grumpy Grumpire to I don't know what they are currently, but we actually got in contact not too long ago. Um, and I absolutely adore this design. I definitely want to use it again. Um, I want to make them a tad bit less ghast-like, um, and definitely edit their shape a little bit to maybe have a neck, have them be a bit more ghostly, maybe. But their elements are bright and sweet, and they play their little gumball things in front of them. And usually I wouldn't have like sweet in the name, but Sweet Tooth just made sense to me. It has one tooth to reflect their name. And I love the sprinkles on them. I just love everything about their design. Alright, then there's Pentapill, another concept by Grumpy. And they just shake pill bottles, pretty simple. And they are bright and 7E. Bright and health. Oh, yeah, duh. Um, I quite like a lot of aspects of this design, though I'd want to make it a lot looser in the future. Peepers, I love them. This is tech and sweet. Um, I love that they sort of like poke out from around the corner. I probably wouldn't have a refrigerator. I'd probably have some sort of like a big metal plant in the future, but I absolutely love the cute little peppers, and I love their color schemes. Oh yeah. Their names come from like peeping around the corner and peppers. Pretty simple there. All right, and then we have tech and health. We have ECG, which is, I believe, a heart monitor, if I remember correctly. It's two little two little froggy things on a big robot froggy thing. I like this. I like this quite a bit. There's certainly some things I would edit about it, but overall, I really like this concept, and I like this big robo frog with like two baby frogs on it. I love that little idea. Um, but they beep basically. That's kind of it. Next up is the Sweet and Health, and that's Choreoptic. And they were originally going to be a variant or like a Feng Prey family member. Similar to how Wither is a wisp slash did I say Wither? Sorry, Weather is a wisp slash Wither family member. But they ended up not being like that. I really like how these sunflowers came out, but I don't like much else about their design. I like the way this looks like hair, and I like them having one eye. However, I'd maybe make this whole thing the eye. I like the little crown thing. Um, there's a lot I would change there. They look like they'd have the plant element, which is something that they don't have. So I'd maybe try to lean more into the elements a bit more. I don't know, but they're just a string instrument. Um, oh, I forgot to mention this is a synth. This is a shaker, and this is a very high-pitched vocal edit of a random voice clip I found in GarageBand. So much so it's like so edited that you can't even tell what the original is. I couldn't tell you what the original is. As for the bio, once upon a time there were 5 islands created to house new friends. The sound of all 5 islands in harmony caused the 2 new islands to emerge from the living ocean. That should sound pretty familiar, because that is the Reaction Island bio that I read at the beginning of the stream. But where it differs is the second half of this. One of these islands was Unnatural Island. The only monsters brave enough to explore were the single element artificial magicals. Good thing they did too, because they made plenty of new, yet quite unnatural friends. I do believe Unnatural Island is still probably in my top choice of some of my favorite islands. Uh, but I will be quiet and put the full song on. Helps if I unmute myself, huh? Alrighty, so that was that. Honestly, really good if I'm being honest. And I'm just realizing it's because it didn't have any of my vocals from back then. Um, Overall, I absolutely love the island, and I look forward to redoing it. Um, I'm sure the design is gonna be I hope the design's gonna be totally different. Maybe not. There's gonna be more monsters on there than there were before. However, that does not mean that there's gonna be triple elements, or there's also not gonna be um quads, and there's most definitely not going to be a quint. Um, so don't get your hopes up for like seeing uh like farther combinations, because it will still only be doubles, but I there will be like doubles at the most when it comes to elements. But there will be new monsters on there in the revamp. Um, Overall, one of my favorite islands I've made, if I'm being honest. Um, but yeah, that is all for this time. But before we end, I would like to give an update on where I am with videos. So it is currently, when I'm recording this, May 24th. And my my next video to come out is going to be on, well, tomorrow, Wednesday, May 25th. And I'll be Monster Mangrove's Epic Wallbox Speed Paint. Nothing too exciting about that. It's just a speed paint. I just really like the design. I put a little bit of effort into editing it, uh, which my videos have been more high effort lately when it comes to my singing monster stuff. Um, but anyway, after that, there's gonna be one more video scheduled, and that's May 28th, and um, that's a song. It's called A Mile, and it's a 5 Minutes of Freddy song about Ennard. And it actually has my. It doesn't have my new intro in video form yet, which is the one that played at the beginning of this. Um, there's a reason I didn't use my intro for um, certain videos recently. Um, Not only did it not fit, but also I wanted a transition time between my old intro and my new intro. Uh, so it's probably actually, knowing what I'm gonna be making next, it's probably gonna be a while before you actually see my new intro on a video. But you will see my new color scheme and new thumbnail format. The text is in the same location, but the backgrounds and the colors are different. Um, so you'll see that on the 28th. But after the 28th, there are absolutely no videos like made. I do have some filler planned, and I made a community post about it. Someone suggested that I post versions of my islands, songs and stuff, like without the intro. Um, and I'm going to be posting. I'm gonna be making two playlists. One with like none of it's gonna have intro slash outro. Um, like playing before and after it. It's all made to be more user friendly, just so you can listen to it more easily. It's gonna be bonus content pretty much. It's all going to be filler for the most part. So this is gonna be a whole lot of reading here. So for the up to date playlist, where it's just all my Singing Monster stuff up to date and re-uploaded. There's not gonna be monster indications. If it's something that doesn't have intro slash outro, it's just gonna be added to the playlist. It's not gonna be re-uploaded. And that's gonna be replacing. Before I read, if you go to my homepage and scroll to the, not the very bottom, not the second channel, but above that, I believe it's the fourth thing down, third thing up. Sparky's music. That's gonna be unlisted, and I'm going to put it more like into two different playlists. Um, or maybe like I'm probably gonna keep that plus the other two. I don't know. I haven't completely decided what I'm gonna do yet, but in the updated stuff without the intro slash outro, I'm going to have, well, all of my intros and outros first of all, just so they're accessible there. And I'm gonna have Love Island, Eggy Island, Summer Island, Spooktacle Island, Feast Ember Island, and Yay Island from the seasonal islands. They're just gonna be the most updated version. There's not gonna be anything new there. The monsters we hate, once again, not updated, nothing new. Assume that nothing's gonna be updated. Like this is just re-uploads slash being added to the playlist. If like yeah, it's essentially just all having it in one place without an intro and outro. Then there's Single Sanctuary, Beach Island, Circus Island, and Metro Island. Single Sanctuary on its own. Beach, Circus, and Metro are part of the fun slash getaway islands. Slime Bright, Tech Suite, Health, Reaction, and Unnatural Islands from the Artificial Magical Islands, which is the series that we're just finishing up here. Tortured Doll on its own. Casino Island on its own. Before, which is a Minecraft music disc fan song. Hateful Heart Remastered. Join the Fun, which is a Deltarune song. A Mile, which is coming soon. It'll be out by the time that's there. Micro Island on its own. Jacko Island, Frostbite Island, Steampunk Island together as hybrid islands. Deep Island coming soon also as the hybrid island. This is the first time I revealed the title. I don't think anyone's really here to hear it. I don't think anyone's gonna notice. Slime Island revamped. That's where the AMI revamped will be. Arachnid Firelands, where Firelands will be, and then Monster Manga Update 14. And then I have some bonus stuff. If you want to see what that is, you can just look at my community post. But overall, playlist, more accessible, woo. That's all. Have a lovely day or night, whatever it is for you. No content for a bit, probably. My apologies on that. I hope to see you again soon. Bye.